A chieftain of the APC, Adamu Garba, has accused Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi of isolating the Southeast at the centre. He says, "Stop isolating the Southeast, step down for Tinubu," Adamu Garba to Peter Obi. Garba said Obi was isolating the Southeast through his disappointing rallies. To this end, Garba charged the Labour Party presidential candidate to step down for the APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu. In a tweet, the former APC presidential aspirant said Peter Obi's disappointing rally in Port Harcourt, River State, should serve as a perfect breakfast for his aspiration. In his words, Peter Obi's disappointing rally in Port Harcourt today should serve as a perfect breakfast from his aspiration. He should immediately step down and endorse the real and truly prepared presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and stop isolating the Southeast from the centre, Garba said. If you know my analysis, you know my personal, you can say vendetta against this man, because I feel like the dictionary definition of sycophant should literally be his name. I've never met anyone that bottom licks, that is such a people pleaser. I guess they call it eye service. They call it so many different things, but the proper word, and I think it's most appropriate, is sycophant. Because this individual, oh my God, I mean, it also comes to desperation at a time where, as I said, former APC presidential candidate. I mean, he was vying for that position, of obviously could not get it, and because you stepped down, because you didn't have enough of you didn't have enough power, you don't give others the same advice. But I think it's the audacity of this individual. I feel like this man needs to be humbled. I've said it so many times. Adamu Garba needs to be humbled, as in like flatbreads, as in humbled, because it's the audacity. How can you tell an individual in another party to step down for the party that you like? I mean, it's the audacity. If you're going to say, you know what, I don't think you're good enough, I don't think, you are the right candidate, I don't believe it, you have your opinion, but it's the audacity to think that you have a position of power or standing to tell another individual of another party to step down. Why are you not a presidential candidate of your own party? Why did you not succeed? You didn't even get through primaries, let alone representing the party, and now you're chatting left, chatting wind, chatting dust, just to make comments. And that's what I mean. It's like, I'm saying to so much of them, because this individual needs to be humbled, especially with his Crocro app that has refused to gain downloads and gain prominence since it was first launched. I mean, this man, they say mind the business that pays you, but I think a lot of the times he steps over the boundary. Anyways, let's look at the comment section. The first person, J Success, thinks that what refers to the article, you think the Igbos are beggars? What PO is doing is what we expected you to do at YPP, but you don't have the balls. You prefer to eat crumbs from corrupt table. Shame on you. Exactly. If Peter Obi steps down, it would only favor Atiku Abubakar, not Bola Tinubu. If Adamu Garba truly believes that Peter Obi is isolating the Southeast through his disappointing rallies, then why is he so afraid, feels threatened, or so terrified by Peter Obi? Exactly. Like, if you really think he didn't have what it takes, and you're saying, well, your rallies are so disappointing, then you leave the person now. You say, well, this person is giving disappointing rallies, so you might as well just step down. But no, you feel like this is so intimidating that you want him to step down. And I just feel like, why are you not saying the same thing to Atiku? Like, why? I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. And I feel like it's audacity. Like, support my candidate, but for you to support, you have to step down. Like, is that how weak you are? You can't put up a fight. You don't have the mentality that, you know what, let's fight this through to the end, because it shows kind of person he is. If you think Peter Obi should step down, it means you can never make it. As in, you literally were unable. You had presidential aspirations, but you didn't even get through primaries. And of course, you would have given up. Of course, you would have given up. And if you're in Peter Obi's position, you would have given up and then turned to the APC for support and everything, because literally you cannot stand your own ground. And so do not reflect that cowardice, attitude, and think that everyone will follow in that regard. No way. You haven't even been a governor. This man needs to relax. I mean, who needs to humble? That's what I'm saying. It's like, what puts you in a position or puts you in a standing for you to think Wait, imagine you can start making comments and telling another individual to step down. You have not even been a local government chairman, and you're telling someone who's been a president, who's built multi-billion-dollar businesses, you're telling them to calm down. Who do you think you are? Your ordinary app that I don't even know what the essence is. You haven't been able to build prominence. Build it at least so you can even say, okay, fine, oh, I've built an app, I've done this, I've done that. And look at the numbers, especially Nigeria, in the Nigerian market, Nigerian tech market. What have you done? Nothing. All you know how to do, as I say, eat crumbs from the corrupt table, and you're satisfied with it. You're satisfied because unlike you, other people do have purpose and ambition. You know what I mean? They actually would fight to the end. But you, at the signs of defeat, you are running. I'm judging this individual because I think as much as he said his comment, there's so many things he said that it's just like, oh my days. First of all, is there logic? Is there sense? I mean, how can this individual exist? Does not absolutely make sense. Another comment is saying, playing God like Tinubu. Exactly. Like, you are literally playing. How dare you tell someone to step down? I mean, who puts you in a standing? Don't get me wrong. I feel like it's an audacious statement, but I think it's even more audacious coming from an individual like him. If you had someone, another person who, has said sensible things and can be credible with their words and, their history, for example, let's say Femi Falana. I mean, obviously, he's not a political candidate, but what I'm saying is, if someone like Femi Falana would say the same statement, I'm sure people will react in a very different way because he's so respected. If anything, we might not agree, but I feel like Femi Falana would not even say that in the first place. That's how you know that it's a wrong example. But it's like, he wouldn't. But it's like, if it's another individual who said the same thing that is more respected, I promise you the reactions would be totally different. Like, yes, it is different people talking because the lack of respect that personally I have for this individual, it's a bit too much, I think. And I think he makes it so worse. It's like you lack shame. Shame exists. You should have it. Atiku should step down for me. Why are you looking down on the southeast? Animalistic Garba Shehu. I know I hate to read kind of right from this little brain like this Garba. Anyway, I wasted my time. Literally, Adamu Garba my foot. Are you saying that the Southeasterner can't contest president of this country? Listen, if you're trying to analyze what this individual says, you will lose brain cells. I'm telling you will lose brain cells. Rather, we need to humble this individual to make sure he does not just, because again, you're trying to then make sense of what he's saying, put you in a position where you'll be stressed. Anyways, what do you think about this in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.